Kalina Stark will start it off for the 13-3, 13th ranked Nittany Lions. Riley goes behind, the tip by Murray not down. Outside aggressive swing by Hannah right into the Husker block on the left side.
Penn State gets a lot of recognition for how good their block has been all season. Nebraska, though, they've been very impressive. They started off this year lights out in terms of their block.
Penn State's block #1 in the conference. So now back is Harper Murray. Pulls her off the net. Little tip there, not down by Merzick. Lindsay Krause from the left pin is not down. Merzick again off the top of the block. Merritt Beeson from that right pin. Beeson puts Nebraska up early.
This is where Nebraska is so good, in long rallies. Their defense is able to transition some of these plays, and they run a good in-system offense, even in transition.
Huskers have been terrific this year against ranked teams. Their season hitting percentage, .294, but against ranked teams, it's .306. Actually better against teams ranked in the top 25. There's another block on the right side. Good coverage by the Nittany Lions. Merzick from off, tries line. Riley is there. Alec with the set. Krause off the top of the block, not down. There's Hannah again. She goes line. Great early rally. Another block. Merzick with the tip. Beeson tries to push it to Pedraza. One of the longer rallies we've seen.
But man, starting off with rallies like this is exactly what you want in a top 15 blue blood matchup.
Takes you back to that 72-second rally that Nebraska had earlier this season. Boy, back and forth, great floor defense blocking by both teams. That swing is long, and Nebraska out to the 4-0 lead.
One thing to pay attention to right away is during these long rallies, Nebraska on one side, they spread out their offense pretty well, getting everyone involved. Penn State becomes very heavily relied on Jess Merzick on the outside.
Pulled Pedraza off again. She fires it off to Merzick. Krause! Big swing from that left side.
Lindsay Krause has been explosive, gritty, and just completely working hard in terms of attitude, effort, and mindset.
Murray with another good serve. Once again, Pedraza is pulled off the net. Puts him out of system. There is Alec, and her swing, no touch, is wide, and the Nittany Lions on the board.
Smart decision for Bergen Riley to try to get her middle going in a transition play. Just a little bit off in terms of timing.
Can't remember this season when we've seen Nebraska open up in Harper Murray's rotation at the service line. Little swipe there by Krause. She has 3 kills early.
Penn State right off the gates not able to transition well. They had long rallies to start, but those tips in the middle of the court, they have to do a better job of picking up. Nebraska gets really shoddy at times with tips.
Served by Rodriguez. Push right back outside to Merzick. Chased down by Harper Murray after the touch from Rodriguez. Push behind to Hannah. She finds that back line.
Penn State able to outlast Nebraska in that rally, but earlier in the play, Pedraza continuing to be pushed off the net. A lot of balls going outside.
Second season for Katie Schumacher-Colley. Great first season, 26-8, made the NCAA regional semifinal. And a terrific start this year in conference at 7-0. Andy Jackson, good dig in the back row by Stark. And then off the side of the block, and Penn State starting to find some rhythm here on the kill by Merzick.
Beautiful swing from Merzick in a tough out-of-system situation. This ball coming from the complete other side of the court, just chucked up to her. Watch how far this ball has to travel, and Merzick is able to get her feet there, step close, and a good line shot.
Right back out to Krause, and Lindsey Krause starting off quick tonight. Last night she was pulled after struggling in that third set.
Important for Krause to go up and be efficient. That's exactly what she's done so far. 4 kills on 8 swings. They want to see that efficiency go up and errors go down.
Penn State is still really struggling with first touch right now on this Nebraska serve. There is Krause. What an angle by Krause. Thumb down, right down the net.
Not a lot of outsides can hit this cross-court cut shot as sharp as Lindsey Krause can. With a one-on-one situation, this is the shot that she has, as sharp as possible. Takes a little bit off of it just to sneak it in. That technique, so impressive.
Already, Lindsey Krause, 4 kills on 8 swings, hitting .500. And there's a 5th, now 6 kills for Krause. 6 on 10 swings.
Lindsey Krause has elevated her play so well as the season has gone on. She missed a few matches in the middle due to injury, but right when she came back, she's been firing.
Well, before last night when she struggled, she had a set of 4 matches in a row where she hit .412, .471, .381, and .519. She's really been, especially getting so many out-of-system balls at the left pin.
It's been so impressive to watch her efficiency climb as the season has gone on. In the beginning of the season, John Cook was toying with Krause or Allie Batenhorst at that L2 position. Lindsey Krause won that spot because of her ability to put balls down.
Beeson out of the back. Nice up by Bilanovic. Harper Murray pounds it home from the back row.
Nebraska runs a lot of balls, especially in transition from the backcourt. Whether it's Harper Murray or Merritt Beeson, Bergen Riley loves to find them in these situations where maybe it's a quicker play. They always have that back row attack coming through.
Serve is long by Krause.
Nebraska servers errors are something that we'll want to keep our eye on because they've been struggling as of late, trying to hit that aggressive serve, yet toying with trying to just get that ball in. They've really struggled over the last 4 or 5 games.
Allie Holland, the co-captain for the Nittany Lions, back to serve. And returns the favor on the service error.
Penn State as a whole right now not having so much success on that first touch, whether it's from the service line. Nebraska's been in system at a high clip, and in service seed, they're really struggling to get Mac Pedraza on the net.
Kennedy Orr now into serve. Pedraza over the head, and a nice center dump by Mac Pedraza.
Mac Pedraza is so effective as a hitter when she's front row. She knows exactly when to take this ball over. She's not overly offensive, but in this situation, look how tight this ball is. She goes up. Nebraska has to identify that early on. If she's up front and it's tight, they got to put a blocker up.
Pedraza leads the conference in assists per set. Back to serve now. Murray pulled that back in. Go right back to her. Off the block. Big block on that right side. Taylor Trammell was over there along with Hannah.
Penn State serve working really well with their block. The serve gets them out of system. And watch Taylor Trammell. She takes that early step. It's less of a move for her to make because they know it's out of system and Murray has to get that set.
On the slide, here is Alec. Beat the block. Right between it, Alec with the kill.
Becca Alec with such a quick arm swing. This ball goes right through a seam. It's not very big for her to hit through, but she notices just the little slight seam through it and puts it right through.
Pass off once again. Swing is wide. Markley a little behind her. Really tough to get on top of that ball for Markley.
Both sets on Penn State's side just a little bit off. Normally we don't see those errors from Mac Pedraza. The pass hasn't been there for her to be in a good position.
She's been chasing balls down the entire first set. Off to Tate. Penn State keeps it alive. Great up. And then the finish and the close and a good swing from the left pin this time by Cameron Hanna.
As volleyball players, you often talk about bettering the ball. Maybe that pass isn't perfect, but it's a setter's job to make that second ball better. This was a situation, chaotic play, the ball just has to get up. Mac Pedraza made that ball better than what she got, allowing her hitter to get the kill.
Murray one-on-one, she'll win that most times.
This is what makes Nebraska's offense so difficult. They have so many go-to attackers. It really depends on who's the hot hand. Lindsey Krause got a lot of sets when she was in the game, now checked back in, but they really can go to anyone at any given time.
You're also seeing the experience of a very young setter in Riley, who made a great decision there to push it out after seeing that middle cheat a little bit. From off the net. Off the block. Boy, Lindsey Krause have a night already, huh? 7 kills, 11 swings.
Burton Riley putting her in great position. She noticed that that middle was fronting her middle. That allowed the one-on-one for Krause outside.
So back with Murray serving. This is where the Huskers rattled off the first 6 points in this rotation. And the big block on Trammell. That was Alec. They go right back to Alec, who just whiffs it wide.
Good transition play for Nebraska. Lexi Rodriguez with a great pickup in the middle of the court. Timing just a little bit off between Alec and Riley.
Jillian Grimes now back to serve. She won the libero job this year for the Nittany Lions. Little swipe, good up. Outside Merzik off the top of the block. Boy, Nebraska throwing 2 blockers every time Merzik is close. Look up to her again. Didn't close that time, and Merzik put it down the line.
That's what makes Jess Merzik so difficult to defend. She can switch up her shot so well. Nebraska had controlled her for the first part of this set. This ball pushed all the way out. Blockers have to identify that that lane is way too big to allow her to go off.
Into the net called on Nebraska. Point Penn State. Back to within 4. Nebraska in this set hitting .308. Penn State 0.67. And John Cook will take a timeout. Nebraska. Jillian Grimes to serve. Beeson pulled in. There was a touch, went high hands and got it. What a swing by Beeson.
What a swing by Beeson, and what a set by Lindsey Krause. Stepping so confident using her hands on this ball. Beeson just a veteran swing, getting her feet there. Good step close. Krause can do it all.
Good quick run in the middle and the kill by Holland.
That was just the 3rd set that Mac Pedraza has found her middles on. Not having a lot of success because the pass hasn't necessarily been there. Penn State has to continue to get those passes up at the net to get their middles involved.
Good set. Riley all the way behind her to Beeson, who beat the block.
Impressive shot by Merritt Beeson, a little bit off balanced on this kill. She's able to adjust her arm swing, just throw in that little roll shot, which catches the blockers off.
See Beeson's numbers. Oh, what a swing by Mercer. Good touch by the Huskers. No touch, and Nebraska immediately turns to the bench and says there was a touch, and it will be a challenge by John Cook. So our first challenge of the night.
The ball that came off looked a little bit funky.
And it is something good for Nebraska. So the reversal makes it 18-12. Huskers up by 6.
Penn State. It went off of the scoreboard and fell on Penn State's side. If that stays on Nebraska's side, the Huskers can play it, but it went over the net after hitting the scoreboard.
I think I've seen that happen here at Devaney. Doesn't happen too often. That scoreboard's pretty high.
Very rare.
That tells you how hard Allie Holland's hitting the ball for it to come off that high.
That's right. Merzik with the serve. The block and out. Good tool there on the swing by Markley.
Winberg and Riley, Nebraska's setter, is front row. That's a matchup that Penn State really likes. She's a bit shorter, not as physical of a player as a Merritt Beeson, who plays right side for Nebraska. So expect Penn State to continue to work that matchup.
First kill of the night for Markley, who's coming off a terrific night last night in which she had 17 kills in Iowa City against the Hawkeyes. Block again. Here come the Nittany Lions.
Big answer for Penn State against Lindsey Krause, who had been ripping them so far. She was 7 for 14, finally able to get 2 good blockers in front of her and get those hands pressed.
On the slide, Andy Jackson. That is wide. Point, Penn State. And it's a 4 here in set 1. It is a 4-0 scoring run for the Nittany Lions. Out of the timeout, Nebraska outside to Krause, and Krause right back on it after that last hitting error.
Big answer for Nebraska right out of that timeout, nailing a pass. Krause putting a little bit extra on that kill.
8 kills here in set 1 for Krause to lead everyone. Penn State has 9 total kills as a team.
Only 2 from Jess Merzik, their star go-to outside.
Well, give it to Merzik out of the back row, who tips and gets another kill. Now it's 3.
That's the #1 key for Nebraska coming into this game, is really slowing down Jess Merzik. She's a player that you can't necessarily stop, but she's someone that every defense is keyed in on knowing exactly where she is at all times and getting 2 blockers up.
See her numbers in 14 of 16 matches. She's had double-digit kills, averaging 4.36 kills per set. Murray with the touch not down. Big block on that right side. Andy Jackson, Bergen Riley for the Huskers.
Huge shutdown for Nebraska, identifying this set early on, and the right side, Riley going right back into the seam.
Kennedy Orr back in, serving specialist for Nebraska. Merzik got the touch. Nope. And now we're going to have a challenge from Penn State. And there is Jess Merzik telling Katie Schumacher-Colley, do not challenge. There wasn't a touch, and she's going to challenge anyway. Is that the way you read it?
Yeah, Jess Merzik definitely told her that it wasn't a touch, but sometimes the coaches have a different view of things. Maybe they can see it better. Typically not, but perhaps.
Well, right, if it didn't touch, it went right through the hands.
Looks like it potentially Becca Alex right hand, but it might, yeah, it looks like it might be right through. This could be a better view. I'm not seeing much. Looks like it might have gone right through the hands.
Better look here, maybe? If it stands, it's 21-17. Nebraska 4 away from set 1. And still reviewing.
Sometimes these touch calls are a little bit hard to tell. You want to be as thorough as possible when looking through them.
Penn State on the road facing a team ranked #1 or #2. They have not beaten a team ranked #1 or #2 since 2017. That was 6 years ago when they knocked off Stanford. That's also 2017, the last time they won the Big Ten title, which is also, coincidentally, the last time Nebraska won the Big Ten title. They shared it back in 2017. That's the last title either one of these programs has won in the conference. It's been all Badgers since. We're getting an extra long look here by our officiating crew. And it looks like the decision has been made, and we'll see if it's overturned or if they uphold. And there's your answer, point Nebraska.
Interesting to take the challenge at that time when Jess Merzick said there wasn't a touch on it. Maybe just, guess, wanted the timeout, but.
Still had one of those.
Yeah.
It's pulled back in, but a nice pass. Merzick, great swing, boy, nice footwork to get to that ball.
Beautiful set from Mac Pedraza. She's on the move forward, sets the long string ball back all the way to Jess Merzick. The defense goes with her, allowing that seam in the block to open up right down the line. Jess Merzick identifies that, puts it right away.
So the other co-captain now back to serve. Here is Mac Pedraza. The back row, Beeson. Pulled back in. Opportunity here for Nebraska. Back row, Beeson, nobody there, and Beeson got it. Boy, took something off that.
Penn State hasn't done a great job of identifying that back row attack and getting two blockers up. That was something Katie Schumacher-Cawley told us that she wanted to have. She wanted two up on this back row attack, but their front row not identifying it early enough.
Bump set, free ball over. Beeson off the tip. Outside the antenna point, Penn State.
Chaotic play happening on Nebraska's side, an easy free ball that they don't nail, nearly shank, and it causes an out-of-system situation. Nebraska got to clean up the little things.
Angelina Stark now back to serve. And Beeson with the kill.
Mara Beeson having a lot of success going up and over the blockers. The middle reaching back into the seam, allowing a shorter block on that spot. She's going right through it.
Harper Murray, who came in to tonight leading this team with 46 service errors and now 47. I was going to say how well she had done from the service line tonight.
That's been the story of this Nebraska team over the last 4 or 5 matches. Very high error from the service line.
Return the favor. Set point here in the first for the Huskers, and they'll have at least 4.
There's a fine line between being aggressive and getting it in. The errors that are in the net, those are the ones that you can't have. You're okay with those long ones as long as you're being aggressive. In the net's just a lack of focus.
Maddie Bilanovic now into serve for the Nittany Lions. Set point number 2. Pulls Riley off. Krause. Great save there by Grimes. And just a little roll shot from Merzick. And now a big point here for both of these teams.
Merzick with a smart shot. Everyone expects her to take a rip at this ball. She didn't get a full approach into it though, just had to turn and make a swing, causing that off speed.
Set point number 3. Green up. 1-on-1. Merzick. Good dig by Riley off the block. Beeson. Penn State really battling here late. Krause swipes at it. Diving in to keep it alive is Grimes. What an up by Rodriguez. Merzick not down. The set to Beeson. Got it! Bergen Riley will open it up for Nebraska here in the second. Back row violation called on the Nittany Lions. As Alec is aggressive on the ball above the net. That is now 5 service errors on Nebraska.
5 service errors, but Penn State has not done a good job from the serve-receive line. Nebraska doesn't even have to serve this aggressive.
Connection right now between Riley and Becca. Alec is struggling outside of the block. And the kill for Hannah for the Nittany Lions.
And good dish out for Mac Pedraza, moving forward, sets the long string ball back, allowing Hannah to bang that line.
Nice up there by Stark. And 4 touches on Nebraska.
During set 2, Penn State has to find a way to get their middles just a little bit more involved. Right now, only 4 total sets have gone to either Allie Holland or Taylor Trammell. A lot of that starts with the pass and in transition, getting balls up to Pedraza. They have to get middles involved.
Going to be a lift called a back row attack. Sure, front row.
That ball wasn't too pretty. Coming nearly over the net.
Yeah.
Riley trying to do something with it, just really hard.
There, they got the middles involved. That's Holland with the kill.
Perfect situation to get Holland involved on the play. She worked so hard after this block to get off in transition, getting back about 8 feet off the net, getting her this kill.
It is a 5-0 Penn State run. They're on top 5-1 plus, and subscribe today. That was some fun cotton candy right there.
Took a big chunk out of that.
It is now a 6-0 Penn State run.
Tips are normally what Nebraska transitions pretty easy with, but not seeing that from Jess Merzick. She's now had a few tips fall.
Good pass by Grimes. Set by Pedraza off the net, but Merzick finds a way to put it away.
Jess Merzick bettering that ball. Mac Pedraza, not the prettiest set we've seen go outside. That's what makes a good outside hitter. You're able to adjust to some of those sets that might not be the prettiest and find a way to score.
back in the middle. That is Holland got the hand on it.
Much better idea of the back row attack for Penn State. Getting two blockers up, not just getting them up, but taking away that seam.
And Harper Murray will take a seat, and back into the game for Nebraska for the second night in a row is Hayden Kubik. Kubik in for Harper Murray. And Beeson delivers.
Anytime Mara Beeson has a seam in front of her, she's going to take a massive rip at this ball. With the speed that Nebraska runs that outside set, oftentimes there is a seam. Mara Beeson capitalizes.
Long by Kubik. 9-1 run here for Penn State.
Nebraska just looking all out of sorts. Normally locked down in serve receive. Balls are flying everywhere. Setting not bettering that ball. And service errors have been really tough for this team over the last 5 matches. 12 or more in the last 5.
Nearly 3.5 per set. Merzik off the block, good up in the back row.
Good quick put down by Lindsay Krause this ball. She knows she's gonna have two blockers up because it's out of system. She takes a quicker snap down and she's able to just beat that block inside.
9 kills now for Krause. Both Krause and Beeson hitting over 400 for Nebraska. Here in this set, Penn State hitting 800. Nebraska hitting 0, and the service errors for Nebraska.
Coach Cook's been asked a lot about serving over the last few weeks, just if they're training it more, if maybe they're not focusing on it as much. He says during practice, they're serving lights out. They go through multiple days where they don't have service errors. Something's not translating in the game.
There's Beeson, beat the block.
Can't give Beeson that big of a seam, especially when she's on the right side. That outside blocker has to dive those hands back in, take away that seam, or at least touch it up. Service errors just biting Nebraska in the butt. Already 8 on the night, just a set and not even a half in. Sometimes from the service line, there's a lot of pressure when you're going back there and your only focus is to get the ball in. You're not being aggressive. You're not serving as you want, serving to win. You can get tentative back there. You start thinking a little bit about too much.
Krause with the ace.
Bit of a miscommunication on Penn State's side because it was a very good serve right into the seam between Vilanovic and Jess Merzik.
First service ace of the match for either team. And a second for Krause, back to back.
Lindsay Krause mixing up her serve so well. The first one going pretty deep. This one she just drops right in front of the passers.
Pass. That's going to be a back row. Nope. Yep. Over the net. Called on Nebraska. Point for Penn State.
Nebraska called on this because it's not on their side of the net. Reaching over a little bit too much as Matt Pedraza is trying to set the ball.
Yeah, Pedraza now back to serve.
Seems like serving errors are getting a little bit contagious on either side. Sometimes, again, when you're back there, you have so much pressure on yourself to just get the ball in and hit your zone. Sometimes you just have to go back to the basics, get the ball in.
It's funny, during Big Ten Media Days, and I wish I remember who it was, somebody would say, I don't like serving Devaney. There's a draft in there. There has to be. He feels a little bit like that right now. There's a block by Alec off of the swing of Hannah.
Good close by Becca Alec up front. This ball going outside. She knew exactly where it was going, took an early step and went up strong.
Fed the middle and Trammell delivered.
Penn State has to continue to find a way to get Taylor Trammell involved in this offense. She can be lethal when she gets the ball. Over the last 6 matches, she's hitting .480. Tonight, she's only been set twice.
Yeah, Keon, our producer, reminds me, it was Emily Wanda who said that at Big Ten Media Days. I don't like serving to Devaney. I always feel like there's a draft. Some of the players may agree with her here tonight.
Harper Murray checking back into the game. Sometimes that can do bad things for your mental as you're so focused on not making an error, getting this ball in play, but she takes a strong, confident swing.
Back over by Rodriguez off of the tip. Spin on another one. How about Rodriguez?
Lexi Rodriguez, this is what makes her one of the best in the country. She makes the difficult plays look easy. On plays that you think no one's gonna get to, she hustles and she's able to get under it and pop it up high enough and then take the hard balls outside of her body and keep them on Nebraska's side. And that's tough to follow up after such a high momentum play when your team starts to find juice as you're down in this game. It's one thing you can't do is serve the ball right in the bottom of the tape.
9 service errors for Nebraska. There's Alec. Connection was there that time.
Connection between Becca Alec and Bergen Riley has been shaky all night. This was a perfect set for Becca Alec, right in the window that she wanted. She's able to unload that strong arm on it.
Huskers back to within 2 after it was at one point 8-1 Penn State. There's Jess Merzick.
Bergen Riley shaking that one off. It was right on her platform, in a good position to make the play. Just didn't finish that day.
Bilanovic back in to serve for Penn State. Just a little pace there, got it off the block and it drops.
Veteran shot by Lindsay Krause, just going right at the top of the blocker's hands, attacking the edges of it. She knows this Penn State block is really difficult when you hit into it. You have to attack the fingertips and the edges.
10 kills already for Krause. Free ball here for Nebraska. A lot of choices. They run the tandem, and it's wide on the swing by Beeson.
This offense getting more and more dynamic. Not often do we see a slide attacker kind of look like a quick one along with that 9 set behind. She's not executing.
Five service errors for the Nittany Lions, 9 for Nebraska.
Well, at this point, I think the winner is just going to be whoever can keep the ball in play.
touch there. There was a touch. So we had a back judge who called a touch. And that's why we're getting clarification here as Pedraza walks over to our R1. And our R1 overturned it and said, no, there was no touch. So point Nebraska. Here's another look.
Markley trying to go over the block. Definitely didn't look like it caught Bergen Riley. You could tell after that play, they were saying they didn't touch it, and if it was a touch, they might have challenged it, so.
Into the block. Allie Holland, who averages 1.4 blocks per set to lead Penn State with the block.
That's an absolute wall up front with Pedraza and Holland. I mean, the height that they get and how far they are over the net, if that ball is a trap set inside, it's coming right back at you.
Quinn Menger in to serve. Second touch not down by Riley. Quick push by Pedraza. Markley's not down. Beeson had a wide open net and she delivered. That's her 10th kill.
Huge transition play from Nebraska. Harper Murray with an incredible up in the back row allows Bergen Riley to run a dynamic offense and find Merritt Beeson in the back row. One-on-one, massive seam for her to hit through.
Is swiped over by Trammell. Taylor Trammell gets a kill.
Trammell just going right to the middle of the court. Normally an area that Nebraska defends pretty well. In that play, about 3 defenders there, just no one made the play.
Well, look at Trammell's numbers over the last 6 matches.
She's absolutely exploded. When Pedraza can get her involved in this offense, she's lethal.
Taking a little swipe at it the first time, she fires away the second, and Harper Murray with the kill.
Harper Murray getting through that block with power. It's well formed in front of her, but she brings her cannon for an arm through. Watch how hard this swing is. She knows it's out of system. She's got a big block. She has to swing extra hard to get it through it.
Tipped over, good coverage, not down by Hannah. And then it falls on the Nittany Lions side. Penn State led this 8-1.
Bergen Riley winning that point with one hand against a two-handed attacker.
Matchup between these two in which both teams have been ranked in the top 15. Tough pass again. First touch is letting down the Nittany Lions. A little tight there. Like a running block by Harper Murray. And put away on the swing by Markley.
You gotta find ways to win ugly. That pass, kind of a perfect setup for Markley on the right side. Nebraska has to find a way to just calm the chaos on their side.
Angelina Stark now into serve. She will also attack out of the back row for the Nittany Lions. Tight again, swiped off the block. What a smart shot there by Murray.
Really veteran shot by Harper Murray, identifying the block in front of her. Not the perfect set. She sees those hands, just pushes it right off. If you're an outside hitter, this is a great shot to have in your tool belt. Just seeing it, pushing it right off.
Quick push. Oh my, off the block. That rolled all the way along the tape and out off the block. Merzik with the kill.
Barely getting that tool shot. All the players following it, making sure it was going to be all the way out. Blockers just a little bit late on this one. Looked like it was gonna land on Nebraska's side at the end, just dip right back in.
Back to even at 20.
At the line, serving number 27, Harper Murray. Service long, point, Nittany Lions.
10 now for Nebraska.
Serve for Penn State number 2, Patty Villanova.
Nittany Lions here in this set, out hitting Nebraska 350 to 231. They lead it by 1 here late. Great up. Grimes kept it alive. Merzik from off the net. Wide. Did she get the touch? No.
Earlier in that play, Penn State's defense really stepping up. Jillian Grimes with an incredible dig off a tough middle attack. That's why you have to be ready at all times in defense. Just shoulders turn to that attacker. You never know when your body is going to get in the way just to get it up.
Chasing it down again. Almost a free ball there by Merzik. Krause, Nebraska's first lead since it was 1-0.
Nebraska has found a way to get teams right now fighting for those spots.
So out of the timeout by Penn State. Tough serve. Good push. Right into the block of Andy Jackson off the hand of Merzik.
Nebraska needed a high momentum play to try to steal this set back. Andy Jackson stepping up big time with the stuff.
And Podraza, what a push all the way across on a really difficult pass. Much better pass that time in system. They'll go right back to her. And the block is there again. Back-to-back blocks on the right side against one of the best hitters in the conference. A 4-0 Nebraska run and set point here in the second. Krause tried to swipe it off the block, but missed. Point for Penn State.
Smart decision by Lindsay Krause up front. She knew she wanted to have the swipe, but she didn't identify the blocker's hands to push it off. For Penn State, we've seen it all night. Matt Podraza is running around the court. They've become so pin heavy because the passing hasn't been there.
Second set point for Nebraska. One-on-one, Beeson.
3 consecutive good sets.
So let's see if the Nittany Lions can get things going here in set number 3, figure out that first touch. And Harper Murray from the right pin starts it off with the kill.
Right away, Nebraska goes to Harper Murray. As Penn State's made an adjustment, put Zoe Wetherington in on their right side, just trying to get a little more production out there, or try to touch up some of Nebraska's hitters on the outside.
Service error.
Back serving from Penn State number 3, Jillian Grimes.
And right out of this service error, what Harper Murray needs to do is really settle in, try to focus on getting this pass.
In the middle, great connection with her setter, Bergen Riley.
Good answer from Harper Murray, nailing that pass right away, allowing the middle to be involved in that play. Beautiful set from Bergen Riley, leaves back to Alec one-on-one.
Good pass. Ran the middle that time. Holland not down. And a solo block by Krause. As Zoe Weatherington with that swing on the right side into the game now for Penn State.
Huge stuff for Lindsey Krause, getting those hands so far over the net. Zoe Weatherington has to hit a higher ball. It's a big block that's in front of her. Swing high, can't swing right down into it.
6 blocks for Nebraska in the match, 5 for Penn State. Block touch for Nebraska. Weatherington again, that time goes high off the hands and gets the kill. She listened to you.
Great adjustment from Weatherington on the right side. Swinging high this time, attacking the edges of the block rather than right down into it. She's going for that high hand shot rather than straight down.
Didn't get on top, and Merzick is long.
That's set a bit higher than what Jess Merzick would have liked, and when that happens, what you have to do is adjust that arm swing a little bit. If you want to swing high, you still have to try to find that snap down, even if you're coming your way down, attacking that ball.
On the slide, goes line. Rodriguez with the dig. Back row Murray is blocked. That's Allie Holland with the 6th block of the match for Penn State.
As the match has gone on, Penn State has done a much better job identifying the back row attack for Nebraska and getting 2 blockers up. It is so key when you have a back row attack, you gotta get 2 up because that allows less space for them to hit.
Into the net. On the serve by Jess Merzick.
Back to serve for your host, number 22, Lindsey Krause.
Good tip. Nice coverage by
Center line violation.
under the center line went Harper Murray on that slide. Probably the foot went underneath.
Be on that pickup.
Back serving for Penn State, number 20, Allie Holland.
So Holland now back to serve. First team all Big Ten in 2022 is Holland. Kept it alive, free ball over. Good opportunity here. Pedraza runs the middle. And Trammell is long in the swing, had a great opportunity. Nobody in front of him.
Free balls are where Penn State needs to do a little bit better. That ball is so easy for them to put right on the money, but instead, Mac Pedraza is pulled about 8 feet off the net, still tries to run the middle. That's a difficult ball to put away if you're Trammell.
Lexi Rodriguez into serve. And that's pulled back in. Looked like that was going to sail long. Kirshen kept it in. Nebraska keeps it alive. Into the block. Aggressive swing by Hannah, but Alec is there along with Riley.
Hannah steps right back on the court right away, goes right at the seam of the block, but Alec at the last second dives her hands back in to take away that seam. You gotta go for high hands, can't go right into it.
Into the block and out. And the kill by Cameron Hannah, who's swinging from the left side right now.
A bit of a switch up on Penn State's side. They have Cameron Hannah as that other outside in replacement for Alexa Markley. And you still have Zoe Weatherington on that right side as well.
Draws it now back to serve. Back row. 12 kills for Merritt Beeson.
Nebraska's attackers are actually more efficient out of the back row than they are in the front row. A lot of that is because they're one-on-one when they're back there. It's really difficult to stop a back row attack when you only have one blocker up. They have so many spaces they can hit.
I believe that was Chobo. He just served that. I was looking at our stats.
Bergen Riley.
Bergen Riley, thank you.
Now 12 service errors in, I believe, 6 consecutive games.
'20 combined service errors. Attendance here tonight, 8,590 at the Devaney Center. Good push back to Weatherington. She just shoves it off the block.
Good side out for Penn State, picking up a really tough serve. Weatherington trying to go right through that block using high hands on a good push.
Great dig there by Grimes. Merzick. Beeson off the block. Great up back row. And Krause again. Boy, that thumb down angle working for Lindsay Krause tonight.
Krause able to finish it off. Penn State, though, making it really difficult to put a ball down. Maddie Bilanovic with an incredible one-handed up to keep this ball alive. Krause, though, with that thumb down, going real sharp again. You can tell that's a shot that Krause's really been working on, taking a little bit of speed off, but just such range.
Solo Krause on Weatherington.
Lindsay Krause putting Nebraska on her back right now, setting up this block so well, diving those hands right back into the seam where Weatherington wants to hit.
Second block by Krause to go with her 12 kills, hitting .346. Just a unexpected kind of set from the returning setter of the year in the Big Ten.
Nebraska already 8 blocks into tonight. Not necessarily the best blocking night they've had, but they're doing a really good job at slowing down Penn State's offense. It's hitting negative here in set 3.
Good to see Whitney Lonstein in those highlights. Had a great year last year for Nebraska. Big block on the left side. Merzick got the hand in there.
That's a big shutdown for Penn State. This ball really difficult to put over for Nebraska. It's a trap set. You know there's going to be 2 up. Almost nothing you can do besides try to swipe it off. Merzick didn't allow that to happen.
Casey Kirshen out of Knoxville, Tennessee to serve. Ooh, Andy Jackson with the big attack. First kill for Andy Jackson.
Bergen Riley's had difficulty getting Jackson going in good situations. This was the perfect time to do it. Nailing this pass, Jackson coming in. Bergen making an impressive set to get her the ball.
Beeson now back to serve. Into the net.
Point, Penn State. Checking into the game for Penn State. Number 8, Cameron.
13 now, service errors. Good serve by Merzick. Creates the overpass and put down by Holland.
Beautiful serve by Jess Merzick, going right at those passers, right into the seam, not putting it directly on them, forcing that overpass. Her front line just taking care of it.
Another overpass. That time, the joust won again by Bergen Riley. She's done that to 2 middles.
One-handed for Bergen Riley up front. So much strength and grit every time she goes up. Check this out. One-handed against one of the best blockers in the Big Ten. Setter gets it done.
Krause now back to serve. Free ball over. Swing is wide by Hannah. Hannah again has moved over to the left side. She started on the right.
Cameron Hannah's a player that actually was on the outside position a little bit earlier this season, so she's comfortable swinging there, just hasn't had as many reps as of late as she's been on the opposite for the last month or so.
Tough serve. Hannah again into the block and out, and Hannah with the kill. Hannah played her first 3 years of her career at Clemson. Second team All-ACC twice. Well, what a pass by Rodriguez. Wow, falling away outside her body and put it in the square.
Lexi Rodriguez just makes her jaw absolutely drop on plays that you think are going to be so difficult. She makes them just look easy. She gets it up right to target and not just gets the ball up, it is right on the money.
Hodge into the block of Becca Alec. Was there a touch? There was. And Harper Murray gets the kill.
Nebraska continuing to find success offensively. They came out in this third set completely different mindset than what we saw in set 2. Completely changing things, now hitting 400 in the set compared to Penn State's negative 042.
17-11 lead. Good swing there by Merzick. 10th kill on 48 swings for Merzick.
Merzick's been really effective on that 40 set. What that means is it's a high set to the back row in the right back position. Nebraska hasn't tracked it very well. Jess Merzick has been able to capitalize swinging on hands.
48 swings in a 3-setter. And we're at 17-12.
Well more than double any other player on that team.
Good up, Grimes again. Into the block goes Weatherington. Right back to her. Back row, Beeson had to reach way behind. Merzick back row now, good up by Choboy. Both teams scrambling here off the top of the block. Nebraska gets in system. They run the slide to Alec, who's blocked. Weatherington hung and got the hand on it. Big block for Penn State.
Penn State finally able to outlast Nebraska on a long rally. So impressive, too, with Jess Merzick in that back row. Years of professional volleyball at the highest level.
Did we get the touch? She did. Wow. What a bump set out to the pin by Rodriguez, and Murray puts it away off the touch.
Beautiful ball from Lexi Rodriguez coming from the complete other side of the court. She sets up perfectly for Harper Murray to put it away.
Boy, Lexi has been fantastic tonight.
Already 18 digs through not even 3 sets yet. She's going off.
Overpass. Harper Murray puts it away.
Feels like the wheels are starting to fall off the wagon for Penn State. Nebraska taking complete control here in set 3 in all facets of the game. On this overpass, they're able to capitalize, going up, being ready, putting it down.
3 Huskers now in double digits with kills, as Harper Murray, that's her 10th. Off the tape, did it touch Nebraska? They're going to say it was a touch, and John Cook goes to the challenge card. And he's asking his players if it touched anybody, and they're saying no, so a challenge from John Cook.
Harper Murray signaling to her coach that it went inside of her hand.
So call stands.
This is an opportunity for Penn State right now after such a long break to really change that momentum that Nebraska had, try to go on a run of their own.
Maddie Bilanovic in to serve. Nebraska up by 5, 6 away from the match. Riley off, Harper one-on-one, goes with the angle. Dug by Pedraza. Weatherington into the block. Nice job by Weatherington. Just shove it into the hands and let it roll out.
Weatherington able to just go right off of that block. But check out this service. You see that shift that Nebraska has? It looks like Harper Murray is getting the ball at the last second. Lexi Rodriguez takes it. That's what makes the service difficult, because you might not think you're putting it on Rodriguez. At the last second, they find her. Doing it again right there.
Off both blockers' hands and down for the kill from Alec.
Becca Alex sneaking one through the Penn State block. Bergen Riley able to get her going off of that great Lexi Rodriguez pass.
Harper Murray in to serve. No touch there, and Jess Merzick is wide. Beeson right down the line. Block did not close, and Beeson picks up kill number 13.
That block so difficult to close because of how quick it was coming out of Riley's hands. By the time it was out.
Charge tonight, I think we're going to see every bit of that next week.
Oh, it's a hot ticket to get right now. You're going to empty your bank account for that one.
I think you tweeted it out earlier. Aren't tickets going for like $400 a piece?
They're expensive, as when I looked last week.
And you see the note there, no team has swept 3 consecutive in this series. Nebraska right now with a 4-0 run, their largest lead at 23-15.
Becca Alex starting to feel herself a little bit, getting these fans on their feet.
There's Merzick with another kill. That is now 11 for Merzick on 52 swings.
Merzick's been getting set all night. Expect nothing to change as Penn State tries to claw their way back in this game. They will go to their veteran leader.
107 attacks tonight by Penn State, 52 of those by Jess Merzick. Into the block. Riley digs it over. Weatherington. Free ball opportunity here for Nebraska. Good up by Bilanovic. That swing got the touch. And Merzick with the kill. That's 12.
Merzick is going to take swing after swing as Penn State tries to get back in this game. Expect her to mix up her shots as well, too.
Jillian Grimes back to serve. Alec right into the block. Solo by Allie Holland.
Big read from Allie Holland, fronting the middle on this play, taking away Becca Alex's line of approach and momentum into that swing.
Another block. Weatherington gets the hands over. And that's a solo. And all of a sudden, the Penn State block coming to watch. That would be a big win on their postseason resume.
Don't sleep on my Cats either. That could be a good one against Minnesota.
You got it. Tough set over to Beeson. Not much she could do. And Merzick just wide. Did she get a touch? No.
Nebraska!
Match point upcoming for the Huskers. Krause.
चल के बाद बंदे के
भोला समिति से भमिया तोहार सिर्फ संडे के बुझो अब करे हमर इंतजार पिसन संडे के सुन पिसन भमिया तोहार भंगिया